Well, this is it. We made it. It is Wednesday, May the 20th in the year 2020, and it is the last day of school. I have to tell you, sometimes it feels like it took a long time to get here, and then other times it feels like it happened really fast. But either way, we made it through all of this craziness this year, and I just wanted to say that I am so proud of you guys for all your hard work throughout this year, but especially these last 8 weeks during this remote learning and during this whole new world that we were all having to go through. You guys worked really hard, and I think we're all pretty impressed with how well you handled it. And man, it could not be a better weather day for the last day of school. Really beautiful, big blue skies, sunny, high of 60, low of 40. It's definitely feeling like it's summer for sure. All right, let's go through one last time. I'm just gonna be using regular old English today, but I kind of wanted to show you this hello screen because we've actually used so many of these hello words as we've talked about all of our foreign languages, and I hope that you guys have enjoyed that part. It's really interesting to learn about the languages and the cultures and the people and the history of all these other countries. And so I just wanted to kind of share that with you and maybe spark your interest in learning about maybe one of those countries. So we talked about so many languages, but I wanted you to see what the most spoken languages in the world are. So if you look at the areas of green, which is the US and Canada, and down in Australia and New Zealand, English. And if you look over in Mexico, Central America, and half of South America, you'll see that it's Spanish. And of course, over here in Europe, in actual Spain. And then right next to it, this little blue guy, remember, is Portugal, which we talked about yesterday. And that takes up the rest of South America, a couple of spots here in Africa. And then also there are a few islands, small islands over in this area where they also speak Portuguese. And then, of course, you notice that Europe is really great. It's not colored in one way because we talked about how many different countries are over there in Europe, and every single one of them has their own language. So there isn't just one European language like there's one American language. So that's why that's in the gray. And then down here across that northern tip of Africa and all of the Middle East, we talked about Arabic. This kind of lighter blue all the way across the top of the continent of Asia is Russia. It's the actual country of Russia, and so they speak Russian. This darker deep blue is Chinese. Over here, remember this small island nation, powerful nation but small, Japanese. And then over here in the area of India and some of the surrounding countries, you have 3 languages. The orange color is Hindi, which we talked about. And then the yellow is Punjabi. And then this dark red down here is Bengali, which we mentioned. We didn't go into them as much, but we mentioned that. And I wanted to show you another really interesting graphic about how many people in the world speak these languages. So if you look at this far right over here, you'll see that that's Chinese and Mandarin. The most people in the world speak Mandarin because China is the largest populated country. And then English, which is many countries, so second most spoken language. Hindunasti, which is basically Hindi, which we talked about. And then you have Spanish, Russian, Arabic, Bengali, Portuguese, and then you have Mali-Indonesian, which is some of those other Indian languages, Punjabi and some of those other maybe native languages. And then the last in the top 10 is French. So you can kind of see the spread of kind of the most spoken languages in the world. And I thought that was pretty interesting information for you guys. So let's talk about our observation that we're going to talk about today. We actually don't observe Memorial Day until the last Monday of May. So it's this coming Monday, and it's always a holiday for everyone. It's an American holiday. Nobody else on earth celebrates Memorial Day, only Americans. And what we do is we honor on Memorial Day, we remember, we celebrate, and we honor the sacrifice and the memory of all of the men and women who died, who perished, who gave their lives while serving in the U.S. military. Whether it was the American Revolution, the Civil War, World War I, World War II, the Korean War, the Vietnam War, the Gulf War, the recent war on terror, whatever it is that we are fighting, whether we are fighting to defend America, whether we're fighting to defend and help other countries and our way of life, here, many, many men and women have paid that ultimate price. They chose to go and represent us and fight that battle for us so that we didn't have to do it, but that we could still live in freedom and peace in this wonderful country that we have. And so we honor every year on Memorial Day that sacrifice that they made. Okay? Let's talk about that word. Even though you're not going to do a word of the day sentence today, let's have a word of the day though. And the word is sacrifice. Sacrifice means giving up something that you want to keep in order to do something for someone else. Giving up something that you want to keep in order to do something for someone else. These men and women of our military gave up their own freedom. They gave up their time with their family, their time in their homes. Sometimes they give up their real jobs in order to go and protect us and defend us and do something for us. So it's a really huge sacrifice on their part. Their families sacrifice a lot, and Memorial Day is very important for us to honor that. So I hope that over the weekend, and especially on Monday, I hope that you will think about these men and women and maybe say a prayer for their families, but at least have some thanks and some gratefulness and some gratitude for their sacrifice for all of us. All right, you guys, on that note, I wanted to give you the Dojo Point winners. These were the 3 main groups who participated in our Dojo Points. And so for our Quest group, Ashley Simmons is our Dojo Point winner. And for 5th grade reading, it's Owen Zaleski. And for 5th grade math, it's Bella St. Clair. I am super excited for you guys. I'm going to get with you at the very beginning of next school year, since I won't be able to see you at this point, and we'll work out a prize for you for all of your hard work and your commitment and your effort. Okay? So I want you guys to have a fantastic summer. I'm going to leave you with another spread of goodbye words. But remember, it's not really goodbye. It's just till we see each other in the fall. Okay? I want you guys to take care of yourselves, take care of your families, have fun, be safe, enjoy your summer, and I'll see you guys in August.